BTG spoiler alert, here are your Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of Monday, December 1st to Friday, December 5th, 2025. Be sure to tune in to CBS every weekday to see how everything plays out in Fairmont Crest. Vanessa fires back when her business decisions are called into question by Dani and some fellow club members. Smitty confronts Joey to protect Martin. Derek corners Andre with pointed questions about Ashley. Vernon delivers some harsh truths to Bill. Tuesday, December 2nd. Dani and Bill recall a fiery moment from their past, which leaves Naomi and Chelsea unsettled. Haley and Randy discuss escalating their murder plot. Jacob bolsters a friend in need. Andre is propositioned with an unholy alliance. Shanice and Ted find themselves trapped in a potentially dangerous predicament. Vernon and Joey don't mince words during a heated exchange. Isaiah makes a bold move where Eva is concerned. June's past gives Samantha an idea for her future. Anita goes to Elon for police assistance. Leslie needs Nicole's help, and it's a matter of life or death. An exchange between Samantha and her aunts causes quite a stir. Chelsea and Madison struggle to see eye to eye, so they seek help from unexpected sources. Winterfest begins, and special guest Damone Roberts helps the Duprees prepare for the event. Anita makes a shocking announcement. Jacob issues a warning to his brother. Leslie does everything in her power to give her daughter a magical night with her dad. After an awkward run-in with Ted, Tomas has a major question to ask Kat. "Hey babes, welcome back to Gossip Delight. It's your girl Daisy, and trust me, today's tea is scorching, steamy, and absolutely unmissable. Buckle up, because we're diving straight into the drama." Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of December 5 indicate that Vanessa McBride and Dani Dupree will clash, while Shanice Johnson and Ted Richardson find themselves trapped in a hospital elevator. The CBS soap just released its preview for the week of December 5, and there are some major moments up ahead to talk about. BTG will not be airing new episodes from Wednesday, November 26th to Friday, November 28th because of Thanksgiving. Wednesday and Thursday's shows are repeats, while Friday will be preempted due to football. With those logistics out of the way, it's time to talk about the promo. The Beyond the Gates preview for the week of December 1st starts with a clip between Dani and Vanessa as they share a meal at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. Two ladies approach their table and mention a number Vanessa has given them when Dani states, "So you are seeking customers at the country club?" Vanessa responds with, "I resent being characterized as a pimp." As Dani replies, "Okay, madame?" As the promo continues, Martin Richardson is on the couch in his family home, talking to Bradley Smitty Smith. Martin notes that Joey Armstrong is a very dangerous man who has me right where he wants me. As Martin makes that comment, a scene is shown of Joey in the casino, smiling as he looks down at a piece of paper. BTG fans may recall that Joey helped Martin with the search for his cousin, Chelsea Hamilton, when she was kidnapped by Allison, so it looks like the casino owner will be ready to cash in on his favor. As the scenes shift, Bill Hamilton and Vernon Dupree are in the Dupree mansion when the Dupree patriarch tells his former son-in-law, "You know the consequences before you chose what you brought." It looks like another classic confrontation between Bill and Vernon. So what are they fighting about now? Over to cousins Randy Parker and Haley Hamilton. The two are at a table as Randy asks Haley why she's tripping with no map. Haley angrily states, "Yes, and you know to who it is." Are they still worried about Joey figuring out their plan to off Bill? Meanwhile, Vanessa is back on the Beyond the Gates preview, except in this scene, she's with Joey at the casino. Vanessa slams a glass on a gambling table as she exclaims, "I told you over and over that I don't give a damn about their opinions. What is it, Joey?" Elsewhere, Isaiah Hawthorne and Eva Thomas will get steamy during the week of December 5 as the two are shown kissing. A voiceover of Eva can be heard saying she feels as if she's wrapped in a dream, while Isaiah replies, "Someone tastes good." As the promo progresses, Dani, Bill, Chelsea, and Naomi Hamilton are at the country club, gathered on the coaches. Dani says, "Did our daughters inherit their complete lack of subtlety from you or from me?" At the same time, Bill and Dani point at each other while saying, Definitely you! Interestingly enough, Dani has a sparkle in her eye when the camera pans on her face. As the BTG preview wraps up, Shanice and Ted are locked in a hospital elevator as the lights go out. Shanice nervously states, "This elevator is cursed." Beyond the Gates, spoilers tease some chemistry between Ted and Shanice, which has rubbed Leslie Thomas the wrong way. So will this elevator incident trigger a lip lock between the colleagues? Here's what went down Tuesday, November 25th, 2025, on Beyond the Gates. When Joey traded cooking people's gooses for cooking turkey, Leslie was suddenly really into cops, and Dani and Andre were burning for more than each other. On Beyond the Gates, Jan and Ashley did up their Thanksgiving feast, with the younger Morgan admitting she'd missed cooking with her mom. Jan noted that it was Ashley's first Turkey Day hosting in her own place. Their only other guest was Mona, who arrived with her own dish, and the hope that Leslie wouldn't be joining them. Jan confessed that she had thought about inviting Leslie, yet hadn't out of respect for Mona. Uptown was closed for the holiday. Joey had spoken to the owner and been given permission to use the establishment's kitchen to prepare spatch-cooked turkey and pumpkin brulee for a very impressed Vanessa. The chef knew that Vanessa had been anxious to sample the results of his culinary skills, but Vanessa became emotional over the effort Joey had gone to for her. She couldn't remember the last time someone had fussed over her that much. Joey expressed gratitude that Vanessa was in his life and stated that, given his druthers, every day with her would be a holiday. Joey asked about Vanessa's twins. Vanessa lamented that Deanna was still refusing to come home, even after Vanessa offered to sell their Fairmont Crest home to alleviate the pain of Doug being gone. The widow McBride was at least glad that Donald was growing closer to his sister, since their bickering had once been legendary. Joey acknowledged that those Doug had left behind were still tender after his loss, and said he wanted to make Vanessa feel safe, but not too safe, since he knew Vanessa liked a little danger. Vanessa was moved by how well Joey knew her, and suddenly suggested that the casino owner open a restaurant to bring his brand of cuisine to the public. Joey winked that Vanessa saw everything as an investment opportunity, and declined, predicting he would probably lose his shirt. Vanessa undid a button on the one he was wearing, and purred that he'd forgotten how much fun losing his shirt could be. Ted escorted Eva into Orphe Jeans, where Eva was shocked to hear there was such a thing as fried turkey. After Ted talked it up, Eva became aware that her dad's first Thanksgiving without Nicole must be difficult. Ted wanted to know more about his daughter, and found out that she had taken an interest in ice skating as a girl, but had suddenly stopped. He reasoned that the lessons were probably too much for Leslie to afford. Leslie arrived, happy to see the three of them were making up for lost time by sharing a holiday as a family. When the fried turkey came out, the satisfied Leslie proclaimed that the chef put both feet and a hand up in this meal. Ted suggested that Eva accompany him to Martin's for dessert. Leslie told Eva to go ahead, since she would be on her way to visit Peaches after dinner. Eva didn't want to further ruffle Kat's feathers by showing up at her brother's house, but Ted explained that Kat was out of town with Tomas. Eva marveled at how Kat had traveled just so she didn't have to run into her. Both Ted and Leslie thought it would be a good idea for Eva to ask Isaiah to accompany her to Martin's, though Eva reported that Isaiah was spending time with family members. Ted recalled how Isaiah had disrupted Jacob and Naomi's wedding, making Leslie curious as to how Isaiah and the Hawthorns knew each other. While Ted was at the counter ordering pie, Eva admitted that she hadn't mentioned the fact that Jacob and Isaiah were related because she didn't want Leslie to judge Isaiah. At first, Leslie fretted about Isaiah being connected to a cop who wanted to throw me under the jail, and having a father who was the chief of police. But then she decided that having an in with the police could be advantageous. Eva stopped short of rolling her eyes. Bill and Haley were seated in Fairmont Crest's country club banquet room. Mr. Hamilton didn't want Mrs. Hamilton to have to worry about cooking and cleaning on Thanksgiving. Haley was unhappy when Anita and Vernon arrived, with Bill explaining that they always gave their cook, Rowena, the holiday off. The Duprees were both happy and sad that they'd be hosting such a smaller group as compared to previous years. Vernon noted that it simply meant that all their grandchildren had found love. Chelsea was with Madison, Kat was with Tomas, and Martin was with Smitty and the kids. Jacob came in with Naomi, who gave Nicole an ornament for her eventual Christmas tree, and reported how Chelsea had managed to broker enough peace between Madison and her mother that they were dining together. Most of the Duprees winced upon learning that, because Madison's mom was vegan, Chelsea was enjoying a cauliflower steak. Naomi visited Bill at his table and was thankful that Bill's health had been restored after his stroke. Bill credited this to Haley, who was carefully monitoring his diet. Naomi let Haley know that she appreciated her seeing to Bill's well-being. Haley smiled as she replied that she wanted Bill to be around forever. Haley was babbling to Bill about interior decorators she liked, but he was tuned out as he watched his ex-in-laws. Bill reluctantly accepted Haley's contention that it was only natural for the Duprees to now treat him like an outsider and offered to take Haley somewhere else. But then Isaiah walked in, and Haley was all right with staying. Later, Isaiah and Haley bumped into each other in the lobby, with Haley complimenting Jacob's younger brother on upgrading his wardrobe to fit into high society. Isaiah pshawed that he was only there because of Jacob, and Haley shared that she used to be a Dupree family friend herself. After Isaiah intuited that Haley had traded that friendship for something she wanted more, Haley breathily told him that she was a fool for love. At Danny's house, Andre was gobsmacked to find his wife cooking. "You know how?" he quipped, catching a baby carrot Danny playfully chucked at him. Danny reminded Andre that she had learned a few things having raised a family, including how to let Cascade handle the mess. Andre offered to do dishes by hand, but Danny had him load the dishwasher, and Danny had him insert a Cascade tablet, grinning that she used every shortcut to keep things clean. Andre informed Danny that he knew how to cook as well, but soon smoke began emanating from the oven, and Andre had to put out the flames with a fire extinguisher. Afterwards, the Richardsons surveyed the damage, and Danny was disappointed because she had been trying to make Andre's day special. She'd come to realize that she had taken something away from Andre by making so much noise about not forgiving Ted. She was conscious that Andre missed his parents, and that Ted was still a link to them. Andre loved that Danny wanted him to think of her home as his, and insisted that they could salvage the turkey, at least until the handle of the knife Andre used in attempt to carve it broke off. Both Danny and Andre broke into raucous peals of laughter. Martin returned to the brownstone with Smitty, who said that Martin had looked hot while they were playing flag football. The husbands were amazed to see that Samantha had festively set the table. The teen wanted things to be extra special for the expected June, since she hadn't had a real home in years. Tyrell, however, watched the clock because he couldn't wait to join Jessica. Martin urged the boy to not be in such a hurry to leave, since this was going to be Tyrell's first Thanksgiving with his mother, and his last living under the Richardson Smiths' roof. June was near tears from the moment she came through the door. She listened as Samantha thanked her dads for not letting her grow up too fast. Tyrell was grateful for Jessica and admitted he was falling in love with her. Smitty was glad for a healthy family and to be working as a reporter again. Martin was just happy to be with his entire family. June finally began crying, but encouraged by Martin, said that all she had ever wanted was to see that her children were loved and cared for. The former homeless woman thanked Martin and Smitty for including her as a member of their family. Bill approached the Duprees to wish them a happy Thanksgiving, and he wanted to let Jacob know that he hadn't forgotten how much he owed them for rescuing Chelsea when she was kidnapped. "None of us have forgotten," Naomi said lovingly, placing a hand on her husband's shoulder. Haley sauntered up and presumed that everyone must be happy for Danny and Andre. Anita graciously, but coldly, replied that they didn't want to keep Haley from enjoying her own celebration with Bill. Their dinner done, Haley was ready to go home, but Bill wanted to stay and hear Vernon's speech. The one-time senator welcomed Isaiah and stressed the importance of practicing gratitude every day, even during the most difficult of circumstances. A montage played of Ashley laughing with Jan and Mona, Vanessa slow dancing with Joey, and Ted bringing Eva in to meet June and reacquaint herself with her brother and his family, as Vernon spoke about how gratitude could help the broken-hearted find joy, those navigating loss to find comfort and healing, the lonely to develop compassion and a willingness to reach out, those who have failed to persevere, and those who had erred to find forgiveness. Vernon finished by raising a glass and reminding everyone to share their blessings with people who needed it the most. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, November 25th, indicate that Joey Armstrong and Vanessa McBride will enjoy a wild Thanksgiving, while Ted Richardson makes a huge holiday mistake. It'll officially be the first Thanksgiving in Fairmont Crest for BTG fans, and the day will be filled with drama, chaos, toxicity, feel-good moments, and some steamy ones too. Technically, Ted made his holiday mistake during the Monday, November 24th episode, when he asked Leslie Thomas if he could join her and Eva Thomas for Thanksgiving. Ted wanted to spend the holiday with Eva and Catherine "Cat" Richardson. However, she declined him as she had already promised her mom she'd be with her. Unlike Ted, Leslie has no one to spend the day with, and Eva feels bad at the idea of ditching her dad. Cat flat out refused to spend time with Ted and Eva, so Ted thought it might be a good idea to insert himself into Eva's dinner with Leslie. This would be fine under normal circumstances. However, fans know Leslie is far from normal when it comes to her love for Ted. BTG spoilers imply that Eva will get to spend her first ever holiday with both her parents, which will be a dream come true for her, so it sounds like it may be a good Thanksgiving for the young lady. Still, the entire situation may give Leslie hope that she, Ted, and Eva will be a family someday, so it'll be interesting to see how Turkey Day goes for these three. Speaking of disasters, Danny Dupree and Andre Richardson will experience their first major one as a married couple, and it sounds like they'll handle it well. The Beyond the Gates promo for the week of November 24th shows the two frantically trying to put out a fire in their oven as smoke circulates in Danny's mansion. Still, while the situation will be chaotic, it does look like Danny and Andre will act as a team, which may reaffirm their belief in their marital bond. Across town, Martin Richardson and Bradley "Smitty Smith will welcome someone to their Thanksgiving dinner, and it's likely they will invite June to join them. This is a great gesture on the dad's part. So will Samantha Richardson and Tyrell Richardson and appreciate celebrating with their fathers and biological mother. Over at the country club, Bill Hamilton will find comfort in an old Dupree family Thanksgiving tradition. Unfortunately, this will trigger Haley Hamilton, and the two will fight over the situation. It sounds like they'll arrive at the Fairmont Crest Country Club for some sort of special holiday gathering, and when Haley realizes that Danny will be there, she'll be fuming. Will she pour the entire bottle of poison into Bill's drink to be done with him? Fans will have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Beyond the Gates spoilers. For Tuesday, November 25th, note that Vanessa and Joey will sneak away to spend the turkey holiday together, but knowing these two, they'll celebrate by hitting the sheets. Still, added teasers reveal there might be prying eyes watching what they are up to, so who will catch them in the act? Beyond the Gates spoilers remind fans that the Tuesday episode will be the last new show of the week, as the CBS soap is airing repeats on Wednesday, November 26th, and Thursday, November 27th, and will be preempted on Friday, November 28th, due to football. Thanksgiving week on Beyond the Gates brings much-needed advice, unlikely connections, and a surprises guest. There are only 2 new episodes of Beyond the Gates airing this Thanksgiving week, but no worries. We're grateful that there's still plenty of drama to enjoy. A few spoilers are on our radar as moments to watch during the week of November 24-28. Several of Kat's relationships, for one reason or another, are in danger of breaking down. She can't handle her dad bonding with her much-hated half-sister, so Kat and Ted aren't in a good place. Her relationship with Martin has frayed over the last couple of weeks. Even Kat and Tomas are on shaky ground. He dislikes how she treats Eva, and Kat feels that she has to change her ways to make that relationship work. She needs help. On Monday, Kat receives some surprising advice from Nicole that could mend more than one broken bond. And if it can, that's great. Let's just hope this advice comes from a comforting, non-judgmental place. Also on Monday, Leslie makes an unlikely connection. According to BTG's weekly video preview, it appears to be Detective Marcel Malone. The two have something in common. They both like to take a walk on the shady side of the road. Look for the two to connect over drinks, and then Ted suddenly walks in. Will Leslie take this opportunity to make Ted jealous? Additionally, is this the beginning of a beautiful friendship for Ms. Thomas? It's Thanksgiving for the Richardson Smiths. the family has a lot to be grateful for this year, although Samantha might have a different perspective. For the family's celebration, they welcome a special guest on Tuesday. Please tell us that they have invited June to join them. After getting her life together and starting work at Orphe Jeans, she has really become a person that Tyrell and Samantha can talk to and receive valuable feedback from. Smitty recently had a chat with June and realized that her presence won't hurt their family. She can only help enhance their lives. Thanksgiving in the DMV brings secret celebrations, fiery disasters, tense reunions, and family breakthroughs as every corner of Beyond the Gates feels the heat. On the Tuesday, November 25th, episode of Beyond the Gates, Joey and Vanessa celebrate the holiday in their own special and private way. Bill finds comfort in a Dupree tradition, and Haley's not happy about it. Andre and Danny have a disaster on their hands. It's Thanksgiving in the DMV, and Joey and Vanessa are spending it together. The two have come a long way in a relatively short time. While Doug's death will always loom above them, they're not thinking about him this week. Vanessa and Joey are in bed together, personally and professionally. While they undoubtedly have regrets, they probably feel like they have a lot to be thankful for this year. According to Weekly Spoilers, Joey and Vanessa find a way to privately celebrate the holiday together. Privately is the keyword here. There won't be anyone to gawk at them, gossip about them, judge them, or make them feel bad for being the shady power couple that they are. This is Haley and Bill's first Thanksgiving as a married couple, and they have already endured a lot as husband and wife. Bill's ex tried to shoot up their wedding. Bill had a stroke. Haley had a miscarriage, but it's their secrets that tell the story of their relationship. Bill can't get Danny out of his system. No matter how many times he tries to set boundaries with her, they obliterate them. However, she is now happily married and has put Bill behind her. Meanwhile, Haley's on a mission to become a Black Widow. She is slowly poisoning Bill so she can collect on his $10 million life insurance policy. Having said all of that, the two do celebrate Thanksgiving together. Unfortunately, it may not end well when, much to Haley's chagrin, Bill takes comfort in a Dupree tradition, which might involve having their holiday meal at the country club. In the BTG weekly video preview, Haley is livid that they're even there. "You knew your ex would be here, and you brought me here anyway?" Sounds like Bill has some explaining to do. Maybe Danny doesn't decide to do the traditional thing this year. After all, she and Andre aren't a traditional couple. They recently discussed how they had done everything backwards. The wedding came first, then came the rings, and finally, they exchanged I love yous. Andre and Danny suddenly have a disaster on their hands. In the video preview, this disaster involves a possible kitchen fire. There's a lot of smoke, and Andre even needs a fire extinguisher to put out the fire. So maybe Danny and Andre intended to host Thanksgiving, or have their own at home. Will they end up at the club for a very awkward Thanksgiving in the same room as Bill and Haley? Despite having to deal with her mom's shady shenanigans and Kat's hatred, Eva is about to have the best Thanksgiving of her life. She has a lot to be grateful for, and it has a lot to do with having her dad in her life. Eva finally spends a holiday with both of her parents. Too bad that this move will probably further Leslie's belief that she and Ted will reunite sooner rather than later. Finally, the Smith-Richardsons have a lot to be thankful for, including the fact that their family remains intact. After Martin's past came back to haunt them, their togetherness wasn't a foregone conclusion. Martin and Smitty had real problems in their marriage, but they finally overcame them to reunite and become a stronger family than ever before. However, gratitude may not be something Samantha is feeling these days. That is, if she is still grounded. But one other thing that did happen this year is that Samantha and Tyrell reconnected with their biological mother. Is June the special guest that the family welcomes to their celebration? Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest that the land of Fairmont Crest can get very dramatic. However, the backstage camaraderie between the cast seems more like a family atmosphere. Recently, Lauren Buglioli revealed a backstage meme wall, which is not only hilariously awesome, but helps keep the BTG cast connected to fans. Buglioli hopped on Instagram, uploading a backstage video with her and some castmates. The caption read, "Running on caffeine and you're at Beyond the Gate EBE's memes, who made these?" We love y'all. Keep 'em coming in. Beyond the Gate, CBS, /BTG/BDG memes. Buglioli opens the video by saying, Vanessa sleeping with her own husband? Buglioli looks shocked at first, but then starts laughing a bit as she tells the camera, We got a meme wall, we see you! Behind Buglioli is a wall filled with social media memes from BTG fans with outrageous comments on storylines. Ronnie Rose Mantilla read from the BTG meme wall next, saying, That's why Dani was running Chelsea off. She had that fine @S Andre up there naked. The camera pans to Ronnie Rose, making a fun face at the camera. As the video progresses, Amber Michelle is up next, reading off a meme that says, Leslie doing all this, and I wonder if Ted is really Eva's father. The camera turns to Amber as she states, Y'all will have to stay tuned to see. Finally, Mike Manning reads off the meme wall, stating, Tide made a cameo today. Febreze must have the day off. As the camera turns to Mike, he pulls a Febreze from behind his back and presents it in front of him with a smile, and cheekily notes, Just kidding! The country club is hopping on Thanksgiving Day, but not everyone is thrilled about that. Haley goes from thrilled to be there to furious that Bill brought her to the club, knowing it's where the Dupree family dines each year. If there's an upside, it's that Isaiah joins the Duprees, meaning Haley gets another opportunity to flirt with the hunk. Bill later has a borderline pleasant conversation upon approaching the Dupree table. When Haley joins him, things get distinctly chillier, with Anita basically sending them on their way. While they do go back to their table, Bill insists they stay to hear Vernon's toast. And it is truly beautiful, speaking of gratitude, even in the worst circumstances. The special at Orphe Jeans is fried turkey, and now I want to skip my own boring roasted one for theirs. Although late, Leslie eventually joins Ted and Eva. Joey invites Vanessa to Uptown for dinner. But in true Joey Armstrong style, he's taken over the restaurant to prepare them a private meal. Vanessa gets weepy, admitting it's been a long time since someone went out of their way to make her happy. If it were up to me, every day would be a holiday, the lovelorn casino owner admits. She later suggests he should open a restaurant, but Joey says that's far too volatile a business. She counters that there's more than one way to lose one's shirt, and shows him what she means. Jan and daughter Ashley enjoy the day together. Mona eventually arrives, and they talk about Black Friday shopping, but not until after the late arrival is assured that Leslie was not invited. Meanwhile, Andre is downright shocked to find Dani cooking in their kitchen. She admits it's her first time making a big meal like this, but assures him she can tackle it. Of course, it wouldn't be Thanksgiving on a soap if someone didn't burn the turkey, and this year it's Dani. Over at the Richardson-Smith household, June joins her children and their dads. This is all I ever wanted, she admits, is to see my children being loved and cared for in this way. Beyond the Gates spoilers imply some massive moments during the week of November 24th to 28th, plus a flurry of casting activity. Who's coming and who's going on the CBS soap over the next 5 days? Read more below. As per soapoperanews.net, actor Chase Gutsmore is slated to play Eugene, and Dominique Madison will play a recurring character named Lynette Wise sometime in the near future. Beyond the Gates, fans should be aware that due to the American Thanksgiving, the CBS soap is preempted on Wednesday, November 26th, Thursday, November 27th, and Friday, November 28th. The bad news is there will be no new episodes for 3 days. However, the good news is that the Monday, November 24th, and Tuesday, November 25th shows will be jammed-packed with drama. In fact, during Monday's show, Leslie Thomas will make an unlikely connection with someone, and it looks like that someone will be Detective Marcel Malone. It's been a hot minute since fans have seen the shady cop, and it looks like Leslie will catch his attention. The two will run into each other at Uptown, and of course, Ted Richardson will see them together upon entering the establishment. Is Leslie about to make a love connection with someone other than her teddy bear? Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, November 25th. Note that the families of Fairmont Crest will gather for Thanksgiving, and it sounds like Bradley Smitty Smith and Martin Richardson will invite June, played by Jasmine Burke, to have dinner with the family, which will be really nice for her, Samantha Richardson, and Tyrell Rick Hardsons. What character are you most excited about seeing during the week of November 24-28? Comment below, watch your favorite CBS soap daily, and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates spoilers, news, and updates. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, November 25th, reveal some intense moments in Fairmont Crest. Danny Dupree and Andre Richardson battle a disaster, while Eva Thomas's wish is granted. Plus, Joey Armstrong and Vanessa McBride enjoy a steamy Thanksgiving. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, November 25th, note that Danny and Andre will deal with the first disaster in their marriage. The BTG Weekly Preview shows them battling a smoky oven, so it looks like they'll attempt to host Thanksgiving dinner, and the turkey will catch on fire. As terrible as that sounds, the promo shows them dealing with the chaos with ease and like a team, so here's hoping the only damage done is a burnt turkey. Across town, it'll be a Thanksgiving dream come true for Eva, as she celebrates the holiday with both her parents. While this will be a nice thing for Eva, will Leslie Thomas get the wrong idea if she, Ted Richardson, and Eva break bread as a family for Thanksgiving? Meanwhile, fans can expect some feel-good Thanksgiving moments for Martin Richardson's and Bradley Smith's family as they invite June to their dinner. In other news, Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday note that Joey and Vanessa will find a way to spend time this Thanksgiving, and it sounds like they won't be celebrating the holiday with just a turkey. Still, added teasers suggest they may get caught during their unconventional Thanksgiving celebration, so it'll be interesting to see who sneaks a peek at their festive fun. Lastly, Bill Hamilton will find comfort in an old Dupree family Thanksgiving celebration, which will leave Haley Hamilton fuming. Bill better watch what he drinks on the holiday, as Haley may increase that poison dosage. It's important to note that due to the Thanksgiving holiday, BTG will be airing repeats on Wednesday, November 26th, and Thursday, November 27th. The show will be preempted on Friday, November 28th, due to football. Where there's smoke, there is fire next week on Beyond the Gates. Thanksgiving is next week on Beyond the Gates. Expect drama, conflict, disastrous preparations, new connections, and only 2 brand new episodes. Once Wednesday hits, it is repeats and preemptions for the rest of the week. But here's a breakdown of what you'll see on Monday and Tuesday. Haley seems to be serious about pursuing Isaiah Hawthorne. She doesn't care that she's married. She simply wants to focus on this Isaiah side quest while she slowly takes care of her husband, the prominent DMV attorney. "Isaiah, what can I say?" Haley spouts when she sees Banneker's newest academic advisor at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. "I'm a fool for love," she continues as Isaiah stares at her, probably wondering what this woman's endgame is. Meanwhile, Bill is working on his own quest, and it involves catching up with Tomas. According to the Daily Spoilers, Tomas is put on notice regarding his future at the firm. "Loyalty matters to me, Tomas. That's why I want to talk about your future at the firm." Is he about to put his employee's job in jeopardy, or give him the promotion that he has been working so hard for? Tomas has no idea. He looks scared to find out. Leslie is having a drink when a man spots her and hits on her. Why? It's none other than Detective Marcel Malone. "Hello there, pretty lady," he says. Leslie must like what she sees, even though she immediately guesses he's a cop. She can read people that way. "Is that a problem?" Malone asks. The next second, Marcel is sitting at her table, and they begin to get to know each other. However, Ted walks in and spots them. Will he act jealous, or will he go the protective route? After all, he knows that Marcel isn't totally on the up and up. He was in on those secret Protect Martin Richardson at all costs group meetings they had when they needed to figure out what to do with that bigoted busboy. Haley plays the fake jealous wifey when she and Bill are dining together at the club. "You knew that your ex would be here, and you brought me here anyway. Why would you do that?" Haley inquires. Bill just can't seem to shake Danny loose. Danny's not having many problems forgetting Bill right now. She and Andre are living their bliss. They are back from their perfect honeymoon and, well, Danny and Andre do have one problem. There's a disaster in the kitchen. Smoke is everywhere. "Where's your fire extinguisher?" Andre urgently asks. Under the sink, Danny urgently responds. Cut to Andre using the fire extinguisher to put out whatever fire they had going on. Did they just ruin their Thanksgiving? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you!